guys, welcome back to my channel. I just got home from work and I'm gonna get started on dinner. Tonight on the menu, I'm going to be making some delicious chicken with a very yummy sauce on top. You'll see in just a moment. I'm also going to be making some green beans and some pilaf rice. This meal is very fancy-like, but I promise you it's very easy. You can even do this for a day night at home just because it tastes that delicious. So Matthew. So if you liked this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. If you're new to my channel, go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit that notification bell so that you can get notified when I post a new video. My kids are in the back. Alright guys, I'll see you on my next video. By the way, you guys, ever since I posted my pantry organization video, my son, all he does is take out everything out of the pantry because he saw me taking everything out that day. So now he thinks it's something that we are allowed to do in the house. I'm gonna link that video down below just so you know what I'm talking about. Alright you guys, so for this meal you're going to need some boneless chicken breast. I was able to get 6 cuts from a pack, but my local grocery store had a BOGO deal going on, so I was able to get 12 cuts in total. Then you're also going to need some sliced mushrooms, some Dijon mustard, shallots, half and half, brown sugar or regular sugar if you'd like, salt and pepper. You're also going to need some olive oil, and then as side dishes I got some green beans, and then I paired that with wild rice, and the brand I'm using is Uncle Ben's. I love that brand for the wild rice because it's not too dry or too smushy. I'm going to begin by cooking the rice because it does take some time. I'm using a rice cooker, but I know that there's other methods to cooking this. I know you can also cook it in the stovetop, but I prefer my rice cooker. Then I'm just following the directions on the box. I'm gonna add the seasoning, the water, the olive oil, and so on, and then press start, and that's it. Cooks on its own. If you saw my last cook and clean with me, I mentioned that I always have a little bag next to me while I cook, just so that it's easier for me to throw the trash all in one place and I don't have to be going back and forth into the trash can. Now I'm just wrapping the 2 pans that I'm going to use for this meal in foil paper because it just makes for a faster cleanup after everything's done. I'm also going to preheat my oven at 350 degrees. After I have rinsed the green beans, I'm going to place it in one of those dishes, drizzle a little bit of olive oil, and then I'm going to add some salt and pepper to taste. The last thing I'm going to do with the green beans is give it a good toss so that everything can get nice and coated in the olive oil, and I'm going to place it in the oven. I don't really have a precise time because I know everybody likes to eat their green beans a little different. I don't like mine too smushy, but I don't like them too hard either. So it all depends on the way you like the texture of your green beans to be. Now I will be slicing 2 whole shallots, and then after I have sliced them, I'm going to add a little bit of olive oil to a pan and begin to saute the shallots. Now keep in mind, you need to treat the shallots almost like onions, so you know that they're fully cooked once they become translucent and they start to get that golden color on the outer rim. And lastly, they start to let out this sweet aroma, and that's going to let you know that they're fully cooked. Next, you're going to add the mushrooms, and I want to say this was about 2 handfuls of mushroom. And mushrooms don't really need much time to cook because they're already tender as they are, so I'm just going to be sauteing this with the shallots just so that I can get that flavor. If you notice your pan is getting a little dry, feel free to add a little bit more olive oil. While the mushrooms are sauteing, I'm going to get started on my chicken, and I'm just going to put that on a skillet with a little bit of olive oil, and I'm also going to add some salt and pepper to taste. I also forgot to mention that my mushrooms were cooking on a medium heat, and so is my chicken. Once I start noticing that my chicken is getting almost like a white border around it, that's when I know it's time to flip. Usually takes about 6-7 minutes, and then I'm going to flip that over and add some salt and pepper as well. Once they're done cooking, I'm going to add it to that next pan that I had already wrapped in foil paper. And now I'm going to get back to my mushrooms. I'm going to add 3 heaping tablespoons of Dijon mustard and give that all a good mix. Once all the mushrooms have been coated in the Dijon mustard, I'm going to add some half and half, and I just usually eyeball this. I want enough so that all the chickens can get coated, and remember I had 12 cuts of chicken, so I'm adding a little bit more, half and half. I definitely want a creamy consistency, so I didn't add too much of the milk, but I just wanted enough so that all 12 slices of chicken can get coated. Now to this sauce, I'm also going to add a little bit of salt, and here is the ultimate ingredient to the sauce, which just tops it. I'm going to add 3 pinches of brown sugar. If you don't have brown sugar, that's okay, you can use regular sugar. Stir everything together, and oh my goodness, this sauce is so good. Next, I'm going to be adding the sauce to the chicken, and I did have 4 more slices on a separate pan because they didn't fit all in one. And I just love cooking in bulk. I had leftovers for 2 days. This is something I do often because it's one of the ways that I can balance my mom life and work life. I usually cook for the next couple days just so that I can have leftovers and I don't have to see myself in the kitchen every single day. By this time, my green beans are done, so I'm going to remove that from the oven, and I'm going to add the chicken. Since the chicken is already fully cooked, I'm just going to bake this for maybe 5 minutes just so that I can warm up again. But it is totally optional. You can actually eat the chicken as soon as you pour the sauce on top because it's already done. The last thing I'm going to do is fluff up the rice with a fork, and that's it. Food is done. It's ready to be served. And definitely go check out the blog www.themomlifebalance.com because I share a little story as to how this meal came about and how I ended up liking mushrooms, because believe me, I was not a mushroom fan back in the day. If you give this meal a try, definitely comment down below because I would love to hear your reactions to it, and if you liked it, if you didn't like it, let me know what you thought about it. But I promise you, this meal is always a hit with my family. And now on to the cleaning. I always start my cleaning after dinner with lighting up some candles and my favorite scents. And as you can see from the next following clips, my house is quite disastrous after dinner. There's just toys all over the floor and the kitchen is upside down. So for the rest of this video, I'm going to play some fun music because I know that most of you don't like voiceovers over cleaning videos. So I'm just going to let you enjoy the rest of this video. Bye guys!
It's silent now, we don't say a word. We're just looking at each other. Tears in our eyes from the words we said. Yeah, it kinda broke my heart. Loving you is not so goddamn easy as you think. I'm trying my best to hold on, but I feel myself giving. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. Change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. We'll say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Pick up the pieces and start again. Don't give up, we're holding on. For what it's worth, I'll try to change. We can't fix our broken hearts. Loving me is not so goddamn easy as I think. You try your best to hold up, but I see you giving in. You know that we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. Change who you are. The things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. That we shouldn't keep it up like this. We hurt each other's feelings on and on. I don't wanna change who you are. Things you say is always one step too far. But I know that I've played my part. I'm hurting you as well. I guess that we should say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. Say we're sorry. I